Welcome back. A little bit more of the pregame. You're used to hearing Stephen Grace's voice with this, but I'm filling in. Jason Miller with the Hodge Construction Assistant Minute. Talking to former Bear coach and part of the Bearcast crew, Mike Quinlan joins us now. Mike, when you go into a game now with the Bearcast, what are some of the things that you think of that you need to be prepared for, or are you ever really prepared for what's going to happen?
No, I mean, obviously there's the obvious things of knowing the other team and the numbers and who the leading rushers are, and Gracie does a great job with that. And then just understanding, being able to come up to practice and understand what the Bears are trying to do this week, because it changes depending on, who we're playing. Last week was a totally different thing to prepare for, and you watch a lot of film,
How do you feel that you and Steven, for lack of a better way of saying it, feed off one another when you're on the microphone and, up there in the booth?
Well, ironically, Gracie, when I was an assistant varsity coach, was on varsity and played. So I got 2 years, and he was one of the best kids that I ever coached, Not the most talented, surely not the fastest, but probably one of the best individuals and the hardest working. So, yeah, that relationship started, 20-some years ago, and it's just evolved. And he's such a professional when it comes to his job as being the radio guy and the voice of the Hawkeye Wrestling, that it's just easy to follow him and then just ad-lib like Flugie and I do.
Now for you, you started as the PA announcer, moved into the play-by-play guy. Now you're the color guy. So just how has this all worked out?
Well, in 94 summer, Butch asked me to be an assistant coach. So for 6 years, I was his assistant coach and enjoyed. So that got me the insight on just how hard these kids and coaches work and how dedicated you have to be. And then from that, I went to PA guy. And then I went to film guy for Wayne Lang, which was a great experience to be able to film.
And you had to hold him up out of his chair a few times.
Yeah, we had to make sure we had that crucifix. And then I got to be the voice of the Bears. And then, because of the Bearcast, it's just evolved into this just wonderful thing that people from West Branch just really, really enjoy our Bearcast.
Well, I guess we'll just ask you about tonight. I know you and Steven are going to chronicle it a little bit more deeply a little bit later here in the pregame. But, between me and you, just your quick thoughts on what you've seen from week 1 of the playoffs, so week 10 or whatever you want to call it, now into the quarterfinals.
Well, I'm not sure what surprised me most, the fact that we put up 56 points on a playoff team, or the fact we held that team to 2 touchdowns. I mean, they were the highest scoring, most yards in all classes of the whole state. And for us to hold them to 2 touchdowns, and you saw how talented they were. Their quarterback was good. Their running back was good. They had receivers. But our kids, I think, really came focused to play last week, and I think we'll see the same thing this week. We'll go up to Van Meter, and it doesn't matter if it's Van Meter or Dowling. We're going to go up there and play 11 guys, and our kids will play hard.
Like I said with Matt earlier this week and in our podcast, I said, I'll pick West Branch away. I don't care if we're playing the Los Angeles Rams. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it is. And I just like the way that this team has really improved. I mean, you can see the improvement from guys in first and second week until now that is just amazing. And, we start getting some guys back healthy. That's going to likely having Thomas back will be nice. I wish we had Jack. But the improvement this team made, and then I think some of the sophomores coming out, getting some experience, helping out on special teams, just makes this team come more together.
Well, Mike, we appreciate what you've done, what you're doing, and all the memories that you're making for these kids through the years, and you're going to continue to make.
Well, thank you. It's just been a joy.
Mike Quinlan, Hodge Construction Assistant Minute. We'll be back for more of the pregame on WestBranchFootball.com.